Hello and what is up, YouTube? My name is G3Iron and welcome to today's discussion where we're going to be taking a look at some discussions that we had live on stream the other day, featuring a couple of different examples of how you can identify and then take advantage of and then of course evaluate various trade markets that are available in Softcore Trade League during Heist. I'm always a little bit nervous whenever we have discussions that go over exact specific trades because, well, holes in markets don't last very long. They don't last very long once a particular couple of individuals have spotted the hole in the market. The more competitors there are entering into a market, the narrower the margins get. And of course, as time goes on, oftentimes a particular hole in the market no longer exists whatsoever. So simply put, it makes me nervous to share any exact trades because I don't want anybody to make the mistake of following a specific trade and thinking that it will come to a specific outcome. Our goal here in G3, whenever we're talking about economics, is to talk about the principles and the ideas behind particular trades and what those principles are that make those trades so profitable. Hopefully, our goal is essentially to teach you how to fish, not just to give you a fish. Some folks would rather that we just give a fish, but like we just said, oftentimes the fish get gobbled up when too many people are all fishing in the same spot. Anyway, enough with the weird fishing analogies. If you enjoyed today's discussion and you're new to the community, you can of course like, subscribe, and ding the bell to be notified about future video discussions just like this one. And if at any point in time you've got questions, feel free to drop us a comment down below or come over and jump onto our Twitch channel and join us whenever you see us live. Without any further delay, let's jump into the shenanigans and the examples of the economics that we'll discuss today. There you go. Hello and what is up, YouTube? My name is G3Iron. And today Sulfurous has asked us the great question: Can you show us how you compare prices and display how you make a profit off of those prices that you're comparing? And how do you identify which items are selling well? So, by using an example here, we're going to show you an example. The example that we're pulling up here is the Saint's Treasure. This is a very basic example to identify if something is profitable. So, we look at Saint's Treasure. We see it's going to be 10 trades that we're going to have to make. It's going to give us 2 Exalted Orbs. That's how much it's going to give us. All right, so we have another trade that we actually need to go and check out. We need to go and check out how much Exalted Orbs are actually trading for. Now, I already know what they are because of what we're trading for today. They're actually going at like 62, 63. It's pretty much where they're going at right now, okay? So, here we've got the price of the card. We know the price and the value of what the card gives us is going to be listed 2x at 63 each equals 126 chaos. That is the value, the sum total value of these cards when you put them together, right? It's 126 chaos. If we start trading with people who are doing the Saint's Treasure as a turn-in option, this guy's got 4 of them that you could buy for 12. If you purchase, let's say, 10 cards for 12C each, that's going to be 12 times 10, right? So you're paying 120C and you're making 126. For 10 trades, you're making 6 chaos profit, right? 126 minus 120 equals 6 chaos profit. That's how much you've made doing the Saint's Treasure turn-in for this particular one example. You've made 6 chaos. You've done it once. Now, if you find some of these cards, if you found them, or if you're just able to trade them for less than 12, everything that you get that's less than 12 is going to be profit for you. It's going to be profit. Everything every card that you buy at less than 12 is profit because you've already calculated your profit margin as being 6 chaos if you turn it in at the value of 12. So anything that's a better price for you as the buyer is profit. So let's say we buy 2 cards at 11, so that's an extra 2 chaos that we're making profit. We've now made 8 chaos profit. You take whatever it is that's the profit that you've made, and you're going to want to divide that by the number of trades you have to make. So, for the Saint's Treasure, you have to make 10 trades. But really, it's a divination card. And you might be saying, oh, Iron, why does that matter? It means that you have to turn it in. So, not only do you need to trade with other human beings, you also need to trade with the vendor. Some of you will argue that that's not that big a deal. You don't need to incorporate it into your trades. I, however, do, because when I'm trading divination cards, that's an extra step to go to Navali to make sure that I actually trade it in the div card tab and not sell it in the vendor tab. And just vendor 126 worth of chaos, of divination cards. So you have to go to Navali, you have to go to Tasuni. whoever it is that you prefer. I use Navali in my hideout. And so you divide it by the number of trades that you have to make. So we're making 11 trades, right? 10 trades for the 10 cards, and then Navali plus 1. Now, if you buy, let's say 4 cards, that means that's 4 less trades you have to make. But if you have to do 11 trades, this is the amount of chaos that you are making per trade on the Saint's Treasury Divination card flip if you're buying each card at 12 chaos. And if you're able to sell your Exalted for 126 Exalts, or 126 chaos for 2x, and you're able to buy those 2x essentially for 120. So there is margin here. There is margin. But the margin on each and every trade is less than a chaos. It's half a chaos. It's half a chaos. Every time you accept a party invitation, go to somebody's hideout, go through their window, that entire process is worth half a chaos to you. That's what it's worth for ultimately when you turn it in. Now, let's say you're doing an exceptionally good job of trading. Okay? Let's say you make one of these trades for one divination card every single minute. Okay? Let's say you're able to send a message, you take a message from the trade website, copy and paste it into the window, and you're just flying. Let's say you've got multiple monitors set up, so you're Control-V, Alt-Tab, copy-paste, right? Or Control-C, Alt-Tab, Control-V, Enter, go, right? Let's say you're going really quick. And let's say people are responding to you, so that way every single minute you are acquiring a Saint's Treasure card, and every single minute you are making one of these trades, and every single minute you're turning these in to Navali, and every single minute you're then able to have people buying up your Exalted at the going market price. Half a chaos, a little over half a chaos, 0.54 is what that's worth. Every trade, which means every minute. Okay? Every minute, that's what you're getting. Every minute, you're making half a chaos. Now, on the one hand, you might say, Iron, that's fantastic. I don't make half a chaos a minute. That seems like a lot, right? Like half a chaos kind of sounds like a lot. Yeah, sure. If you're AFK and you're hanging out with your significant other, you're watching Netflix, you're, doing something else. You're reading a book, and you're in the other room. Yeah, half a chaos is fantastic. If you're not doing anything, that's really great. Let's finish this example. So we're making half a chaos per minute. What does that mean per hour, right? Every minute there are 60 minutes in an hour. So let's time this by 60. This is how much chaos. This is how much chaos per hour you're making. Does that sound like a lot of chaos to you? Does that sound like a lot of chaos to you? 32 chaos per hour. Personally, for me, I can make more chaos per hour just doing the chaos recipe. And I'm in SSF, so yes, says Rengara. Okay, that's fair, right? That's totally fair. I'm not trying to hate on anybody here. This is why I'm not making value judgments. I'm not saying you shouldn't do this. I'm saying, is this worth it to you? I'm showing you this is one way to take a look and say, is this worth it? If you make one trade every minute, this is how much you'll make. And one trade a minute, by the way, is moving really quick. You've got quick load times in between people's hideouts. You've got people responding to you. And this is a pretty high demand way of making currency. Like you're not going to be able to delve. You're not going to be able to go map. You're not going to be able to go heist. You're not going to be able to think about your next character. You're not going to be able to think about your next upgrade. You've got to be focused on between copy pasting and making sure you're putting in the right amounts, and that nobody's trading you. You know, instead of the Saint's Treasure, it's the Lost Treasure, and it's worth an alk or something, right? You've got to stay on top of your game when you're doing that, and you're doing all of that for 32 chaos over an hour. To me, that's not worth it at this point in the league. Now, on the opening weekend, making 32 chaos an hour is fantastic, right? Chaos are like 40C on Friday. If you can do that per hour, you're making an X per hour, and then you can springboard that into the whole rest of your league. And you're sitting on a mirror by the end of the first week. Maybe even multiple mirrors, right? So depending on where you're at in the league, but that is hopefully Sulfurous. You were the one who got us going down this road. So hopefully that's an answer to your question. Hey, can you walk us through how you evaluate? Now, I'm going to show you that was the Saint's Treasure. Okay? I'm going to show you a different trade. Still Exalted, but now this is a trade that you guys have seen for a little bit, right? It's Ancient Orbs to Chaos. Okay? So now I'm going to do all the same math. We're going to do all the same math. We're going to say we can get ancient orbs at 12 chaos per. Now, if I have the same amount of currency, so we needed to have 120 chaos in order to start flipping for the Saint's Treasure. If I have the same amount of currency, what can I do with it? And how much more efficient is it to do something different? Let's take a look. If I have 120 chaos, that means I can buy 10 ancient orbs, right? 12 times 10 equals 120. We now are sitting on 10 ancient orbs. If I go and look at the ancient orb market and I say, okay, a bulk buyer who doesn't want to individually buy this stuff, if they want to buy, let's say, a minimum of 5, that's who we're competing with. We start looking and we see, okay, this guy's here, and we message him, and then it ends up being that, oh, this guy's not actually here, right? We can message him and see if he's actually there. I can almost guarantee you he's not. At that price, he's going to get gobbled up, right? So the vast majority of people who we're competing with, oh, this guy. Do I have 156? Do I have 182? No, I have 136. This guy's not going to be here, though, either. Yeah, he's at 13C per. He's not going to be there either. So when we start looking here, and you can start messaging people and say, all right, where's the market actually at? Sometimes you actually have to message people. Justice of Men, we've messaged him like 15 times today. He's not there. He's price fixing or he's holding. He's looking for a higher price or something. So then we go, okay, where's the market actually at? And we look and we see, okay, there's like 15 people at 15 chaos, and then there's more people at 16. Okay. So if we get our 10 ancient orbs that we buy for 120 chaos, again, the same amount of chaos that we're using for the Saint's Treasure, it's just a different use for the same amount of currency, and we set it at 15 chaos. Let's say it takes 30 minutes for that to sell. Okay? 30 minutes. But now we've sold and we've turned 120 chaos into 150. 150 minus 120, that's 30 chaos in 30 minutes. All right? Now, the number of trades that you had to do, the maximum number of trades that you had to do would be 10 trades, right? Or I'm sorry, 10 trades to collect your 10 ancient orbs at the best price. So 10 trades plus 1 trade with the person who's coming and buying them all, right? So you divide it by the same amount. You divide it by 11 trades, and it took 30 minutes. So when you look at these two strategies, let's say these are both two people looking at the same market. They both have 120 chaos. Which one of them is richer after an hour? Right? After an hour, which one is richer? Well, the one who's able to actually make... I don't have 82 anymore. Sorry. The one who's actually able to continually do this trade, over the course of an hour, you can do this twice. Right? So it's going to be the same profit margin, but now you can do it twice. Again, you've got a much bigger chaos per minute ratio, right? Which then leads to a better chaos per hour ratio, right? Now, let's take this another example, okay? We know what we can get for 120 chaos. We can get 10 ancient orbs, right? 10 ancient orbs. 10 ancient orbs trading on the market as exalts rather than chaos. Again, this is arbitrage trading. We can sell 4 ancient orbs for 1x. So this means with our 120 chaos, we are able to purchase 2 exalted worth of ancient orbs, and we've still got 2 ancient orbs remaining, right? Because we've got 8 ancient orbs that are going to be sold for 2 exalted, 4 apiece, which leaves us with a remainder of 2 ancient orbs. So we're still holding on to 2 ancient orbs, and we've got 2 exalted orbs that are now worth 126 chaos. Because chaos is 63 right now in our hypothetical scenario. Are you seeing where I'm saying there's lots of different ways that you can make currency in this game? Every single way that we've outlined so far is making you currency. It's giving you more stuff than what you had before. Every single example that we've used. You're getting more stuff. The question is, what is the rate that you're getting more stuff at? So now you've got a remainder of 2 ancient orbs, and you've also got 126 chaos, which means you can take that 126 chaos, save 6 chaos, and spend the 120 to go do it again. And every time you do that, you're banking that 6 chaos, and you're banking those 2 ancient orbs, which means every other trade that you do, that's another 4 ancient orbs, that's another exalted that you can use. So this is again just where I'm trying to 100, 200, 378. I'm really trying to hopefully communicate in a clear way. There's lots of ways that you can make currency in Path of Exile. This is what I mean when I say there's always a bigger fish, right? Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. Chaos shark do 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 do, chaos shark do 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 do, chaos shark do 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 do, chaos shark. Exalted shark do 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 do, exalted shark do 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 do, exalted shark do do do, exalted shark. Mirror of Calandra shark do 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 do, mirror of Calandra shark do do. Right, like we can get as funny and as silly as we want. There's always a bigger fish, and you've got to evaluate how much currency, how much time, and what you're able to do in order to evaluate how big of a fish you can be in that market. Okay? There's always a bigger fish. You can go and do Saint's Treasure flip and make 6 chaos every flip and make half a chaos per hour. You can go and flip Ancient Orbs and make half a chaos an hour, yeah, and make 2.7 chaos per 30 minutes. You can go and do something completely different and make 6 exalted an hour. There's always bigger fish and there's always bigger markets for you to attack. And you've got to determine, hey, how much capital do I actually have that I want to use on this project, on this trade? How much currency do I want to tie up in this trade? How much am I willing to risk in this trade? Because it is a risk. I don't want to make it sound like it's just instantly easy, right? This is, you guys are watching, so you're seeing it does take work to flip and to sell. The one thing I didn't cover in that was how do you know what markets are moving? Oftentimes you know that by staying in the market for just a couple of minutes and seeing, hey, are the people who I'm messaging, are these people actually available to sell? Or is everybody that I'm messaging already sold out? Because as soon as I click search for trade, if everybody's already sold out, then that means there's a whole bunch of people competing for that trade. So that gives you a good idea of how quickly that market is moving. Also, depending on your experience in Path of Exile, you just know certain things are going to be more valuable than others in PoE, right? People always want headhunters. People always want headhunters. Every single league, people want headhunters. Doesn't matter what league it is. There are some leagues that are better than others for headhunters, but everybody wants a headhunter at some point. So, based on that information that everybody wants a headhunter, you can use that information and go, what are the ways in which you acquire a headhunter? What are the ways? What are the possible ways? Chance orbs in Nemesis map. Okay, if chance orbs in Nemesis map is one way that you can earn a headhunter, that means that if Nemesis is present, ancient orbs as well as chance orbs will both be more valuable during a league that has Nemesis on Zana's map mod. Then there are other times where you're playing and you're like, oh, this is a league where there's no Nemesis, but one way that you can get a headhunter is by turning in the, Wrath? Is it the Wrath belt card? I forget. Is it the Wretch? Maybe it's the Wretch, not the Wrath. Wrath is something else. I think it's the Wretch, right? That gives you a unique belt. You can turn that in, and sometimes you can get a headhunter. There are beasts from the bestiary that you can farm from Einhar. That'll give you a unique belt. The Wretched. Thank you, Toto. Thank you. Right? The Wretched. There are beasts that you can farm from Einhar. Okay, so if there's no Nemesis available in a league, but there is Einhar scarabs might be slightly higher value during a league when there's not Nemesis, because there's just less ways to get a headhunter, and Einhar is one of those ways. So by knowing a little bit about Path of Exile in general, knowing that people like to have headhunters, that people will always try to pursue headhunters, and that there's lots of different ways to get headhunters, knowing each league, the different ways to get a headhunter, for example, can inform you how the economy is going to shape up in comparison to previous economies that have been similar to that. Now, everything can get thrown for a loop when an economy is truly different. And Heist League, I made the argument within the first week, hey, I think Heist League is going to look a lot like Delirium. There were a lot of the trends that were looking that way. And then everything has just continued to tank. In terms of inflation, inflation hasn't risen up too high for this league. That is one example where you can be wrong on some things. You can just be wrong. There are times where you might be looking, you might say, hey, this is a really, really safe bet. And yet sometimes you're just going to be wrong. And that's okay. Sometimes you're going to be wrong. So again, we're spending 104 chaos, and that's going to be 2 exalted. We just spent 104 chaos for something that's going to be valued at 126. So what is that? 14C profit? Is that what that is? What is it that you want here, man? You want the Divineer stuff, right? Yeah, he wants 10 of these. For 130. So we're selling those at 13. That's fine. Again, Divineers were something that I thought, hey, this might be good. Hasn't really been that great. It's okay. There's going to be times where you're going to miss. You're going to whiff. There's going to be times. And it's okay. If you keep making currency and the ways that you're making currency are repeatable, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you miss on a couple of them. Which is where crafting comes into play. Those of you who are like, okay, Iron, so how is it that you evaluate crafting? You evaluate crafting in a very, very similar way. But again, you've got to hit more than you miss. And crafting is a much, much bigger gamble than playing the market like this. All right, so how much money did we make here? Let me do a tally here, and then we'll see what we've got. And let's go actually play the game. Do you guys want to actually go kill some monsters? I know what Fosse's answer is. Let's go kill some monsters, huh? What do you guys think? All right, let's see what we've got. What do we got here? This is 2x worth of stuff. All right, let's total this up. 2x. Oh, the monsters are all dead. You killed them all? There you go. I guess I should just stay trading. We got 3x that we've got for listed for things. We've got 9x in our inventory. And then what's 502 divided by 63? That's another 7.9, so we're going to say 8. So 14 plus 8. I'll take it. So we're up to 22 exalted. So today, from streaming for a couple of hours and from flipping for a few hours, we made about 14x. And that's with a bunch of rants. That's with eating sandwiches and doing a whole bunch of explanations as well. Not just hitting the market nonstop. Thanks so much for joining us for today's discussion, where we took out a couple of different examples about opportunity and identifying, and then, of course, evaluating holes in markets. Feel free to drop us a comment down below with any errors that you caught, any mistakes that we made, or any suggestions about how to improve, essentially, how it is that we can all interact with the market together. Thanks so much for joining us today, and I hope today is the day that a Mirror of Calandra drops for you.
Thanks for watching that video. If you'd like more information on any of our discussion points today, you can see them down below in the video description. If you'd also like to join our Discord or support our Patreon, you can do so with the links down below. Thanks again, and big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters.